I guess for now you've got the last laugh.
I'm sorry if I seem uninterested, or I'm not listening, or I'm indifferent. Truly, I ain't got no business here, but since my friends are here, I just came to kick it. Oh, 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 oh. My daddy says that life comes at you fast. We are like blades of grass. We come to prime, and in time we just wither away, and it all changes. Find table spaces, say your social graces, bow your head. Their pie is here, but you and I, we're pioneers. We make our own rules, our own room.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is Music Monday, and if you're anything like me, starting a new work week and trying to burn off all this food that you ate for Thanksgiving, so we're back at it again, talking about some more music here for this Monday. And today we are talking about Alessia Cara. Now, some of you may not know exactly who this artist is, but chances are you definitely heard her debut single here. She signed to Def Jam. She's from Ontario, Canada. Canada has really been hot on the map now, especially with Drake being such a huge artist from Ontario, Canada, or from Canada, period. Speaking of, just a little fact here, Adele, of course, has sold I believe it's like close to 3 million now of her new album 25, and only her, Taylor Swift, and Drake have platinum albums for the year 2015. So that just lets you know the state of what the music industry is in as far as people actually buying albums and things like that. But with that said, we do have Alessia Cara, and I think that she's definitely set to sell a lot of records here. Her single here got over 500,000 downloads and streams the first time that it was introduced on radio. And I mean, the song is just really taken off, and it's really kind of ironic because it's a party song, but it's from the perspective of she's at the party. She's really not into all this drugs and sex and alcohol and things that are going on around her. So she's just saying she's going to be in the corner until her friends are ready to go, because she's not really feeling this party at all. And I think it's a really interesting concept because the song has this really catchy melody, really cool beat, and it's preachy, but at the same time, it's not in a way where it feels like it's just in your face with it. I would say more cautionary, I would say, than preachy. But great song, probably my favorite song on her CD, and it's called Know It All. Now, I will say she released an EP back a few months ago called Four Pink Walls. Now that EP features 5 tracks. One of those, of course, is the single here, and it has the exact same 5 tracks on her new CD, or her debut CD, Know It All. And this is just for any artist who's out here watching this video by chance. I think that from a fan perspective, you know, when you put out an EP and then the CD comes out, you want to get some kind of exclusivity between one or the other. And by that, I mean, if you're going to put out an EP, 5 songs, only choose maybe 3 of those songs to put on the album. You know, make it to where people actually have the EP and they have something that they're not going to get on the album. Because in a way, I kind of felt like, okay, well, I'll buy this CD because I like her music. I really, really like her style. I think she has a refreshing new twist compared to many artists that are out there today. But at the same time, when you buy a CD and it has, let's say, 11 or 12 tracks, and you've already had purchased 5 of those tracks on the EP, and, you know, kind of makes the fans feel like maybe they're not getting as much as they should be for their money. But that is not to say that Know It All is not a great CD, because it really is. Again, it's very refreshing, and even her whole image is interesting, because when you look at Alessia Cara, she's a very pretty girl. She's 19 years old. She's young, has a beautiful voice. And I would say vocally, she's somewhere between a mix of Emily Sandé, probably not that soulful as her, and maybe that kind of edgy grittiness of Alicia Keys in a way. Somewhere in the middle of that, I would say, is what her music reminds me of. Even a little bit of a maybe a Nora Jones here too, here and there, some of her music. But the CD is definitely worth your time, definitely worth listening to. She doesn't really have any guest appearances on here. It's all her. And there are some up-tempo songs, there are some slow songs. And basically she's, you know, the subject matter here is she's telling guys that she's not one to be taken advantage of, but then she's also not afraid to show her vulnerable side either. So she's got a lot of confidence, a lot of edge, and just a new flavor, I think, which is so great about her than what we're hearing on the radio today. And she's not overly sexual, which is interesting because I'll be curious to see how her image will progress over the years. I'm sure she'll be here to stay and she'll have many more albums to come, but I'm curious if her image is going to go towards more risque, or she's going to keep this kind of tomboy image, honestly, that she has now. She's pretty much jeans, flannel shirts, kind of reminds you of a mid-90s vibe when you see the way that she's dressed. But very talented, very great singer. So curious to see what you all think about Alessia Cara's new CD, her debut CD, Know It All. And also check out the review I did of Seal's new project called 7. It's his new CD. He hasn't made a project here in a long time. The last new song I heard from him was when he was featured on John Legend's new CD, or latest CD, I should say, a song that the two of them did together. So check out my thoughts on that, Seal's new CD. Thanks everyone for tuning in this week and every week when I do these videos. I really appreciate it. Before I end, I do have a couple announcements to make. This t-shirt that I'm wearing that you see says priceless with the barcode. Love this shirt. I just got it from Brooklyn Barn. So if you want to get your own shirt like this or other great designs that they have out there, make sure you go check out the Instagram page. It's Brooklyn_Barn, and the website is called Brooklyn-Barn.com. So again, that's Brooklyn Barn. Check it out. Some very reasonable prices, great designs out there, and just all around great service, I'll say. So make sure you check that out. And again, I just released my new novel, Fortune Cookie. Had the book signing last weekend, and it was a great time. So if you do not have that book, make sure you go and pick it up. Again, this is it here, Fortune Cookie. So check that out. And thanks everyone for tuning in, and see you all in 2 weeks.